Hello, this is Mike Anderson, your Government Affairs Chair for NAMB. Today is Friday, January 21st, 2011. In case y'all haven't heard by now, there was some exciting news that came out yesterday directed on the Fed rule on loan officer compensation. There was a letter that came out from the Small Business Administration, the Office of the Advocacy, that was directed at the Federal Reserve Board. So just to tell you quickly, to ask for a delay in the rule. Just to give you a little quick background, as you know, NAMB picked this fight about several months ago. We put out a video to let you know that we were in this fight. Okay, and since that time, it was about 2 months ago, NAMB was invited to the table for a special meeting with Jennifer Smith and a panel, and on the panel was the Federal Reserve Board, HUD, the Treasury, CFPB, and the FDIC. At that time, they gave us an opportunity to voice our opposition to the bill, or to the rule, I should say, and we also talked about the effects of the CFPB. NAMB was the one that shot the first cannon over the bow, if you want to call it, on a question on the Fed rule on loan officer compensation, bringing up a whole host of issues that we think is unworkable with the Fed rule. After that meeting, it was shortly thereafter that the SBA, Jennifer Smith, issued a letter saying that there need to be more proper guidance, etc., and that they thought this rule might be bad for loan officer, or for the small business community. On January 6th, I've got to give some major thank yous and kudos to 3 affiliated states of NAMB. They did meet with Dr. Sargent, or Winslow Sargent, who is the head general counsel for the SBA, the Office of the Advocacy. And those people I want to recognize are Denise Leonard, who was representing NAMB out of the great state of Massachusetts, Tony Armstrong from the great state of Maine, Dick Moran from Maine, Kurt Strands from the great state of New Hampshire, and Ben Stiles from New Hampshire as well. At that meeting, they stressed again how this rule is unfair to small businesses. And the biggest point was there was no written guidance. You can't go out with this complicated of a rule on just verbal guidance. That we kept pointing that out. Not to mention their testing. We feel that their testing was flawed. How can you do any proper consumer testing when there's no pricing models in place? There's nothing from wholesalers out there. There's nothing on retail. Is the cost to the consumer going to go up? Yes or no? And there's some other major issues too. Just on the cure section with the new GFE, are they violating RESPA? Fed says just go ahead and issue a new good faith estimate. Well, that's not under a change of circumstance, and we can't give up our compensation. So you can see where we're going with this, but guys, it was a major victory. Just to let you know, NAMB's been working really hard on this, and once again, I want to thank these people that went there on NAMB's behalf and fought like mad, and the end result was this letter that came out from the SBA. And so we're fairly confident that you're going to see a delay on this rule, so the Fed will have time to issue the proper guidance. I just got back from Washington, D.C. Following this little clip are some of my clips from some of the meetings we had up in D.C. with Roy DeLoach and myself on the Hill. It went very well, so we're very optimistic. We're following the proper protocol up there in Washington, and I can tell you it's pretty exciting. So thank you very much for everyone's support. And once again, if you get an opportunity, thank these people from New Hampshire, Maine, in Massachusetts for the hard work they did on that meeting to get the end result was this letter asking for a delay in the rule. So read the letter. I think you'll find it interesting. At least you'll know what happened. And once again, thanks for your support, and we will keep you updated. The minute we hear that there is a delay in the rule, a pushback, if you will, we will let you know. And I will tell you, we are working on other avenues as well that we just can't talk about to delay the rule as well. Thank you. Hi, Roy DeLoach and I just had a very good meeting with the Small Business Committee staffers on the Fed rule on loan officer compensation. We planted the seed. The meeting went very well. We're probably going to try to set up a meeting with the CFPB with Elizabeth Warren, discuss some issues and thoughts that they had, but the meeting went very well. Government Affairs Chair for NAMB. I'm up here in Washington, D.C. with Roy DeLoach. Up here doing what we told you we would do. We're up here delivering the NAMB letter on to Ben Bernanke, the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board. We're here in the Russell building. We had a meeting with the Small Business Committee and other senators handing out the letter. Also bringing up the issue of the loan level price adjustments and some other host of other issues, everything that the regulatory front that we're facing right now. So we have more meetings set for the remainder of the day, and we'll give you an update as the day progresses. Thanks. It's actually a good thing that Roy and I are up here today. This just came in, part of the Dodd-Frank Act in section 1079A has to do regarding sentencing of persons convicted of fraud offenses related to a federally insured mortgage. Believe it or not, they've asked NAMB to testify coming up here in February. So obviously we're going to take a look at this and see what our position is going to be. So it's never a dull moment. You know, funny, we're right here in front of the Department of Justice and the Supreme Court, and this comes in. Talk to you later. All right, guys, we're kind of wrapping this up. It's getting kind of cold here. We're towards the end of the day. We finished up with the Senate. We're heading over to the House now. I won't be able to do any more filming because it's going to get dark here pretty quick, and I don't know if there's an ice storm coming in. But guys, we had a really good day. Tomorrow I'll be at the Respro Board meeting, and we'll also be having a meeting with HUD. So